Hello and welcome back to Pete's Model Car Customs. I hope you're all well. This is a further update on the MPC Mustang II firefighter kit, where I've been trying to improve some of the suspension details, and this will be focusing on that, some engine details and the roll cage, etc, and a bit more. I've got the body here in a satin black that I'm using just as a check coat. I'll be flattening this back down to get all my any blemishes or whatever, and still to tidy up the gap around the hood, as that has got quite a variety of things around it, although I've thinned the actual hood down quite a bit to add some rather serious ejector marks on the underside, which I filled with some plastic discs, and then sanded that all the marks and blemishes down to get a smooth underside. So I'll just give that another clean up. I haven't got much more. The kit had this spoiler which I intend using. Now I've cut it down. It did have the ends on it, but there was about a millimetre gap across the body, so I sawed it into 3 parts, and I've filled in these bits here, which I'll drill some locating hole pins into the trunk lid, and then locate the spoiler on 2 pins, so as I can do the paint and then add it as a final doodad and join the ends to it when I fit it. I wish they just adapted this in a floor pan instead of having this floor pan to go inside as well. I've had a look at the glass. It did have 2 spars there and there, you know, as braces or whatever. So I've cut them out to start off with, and here I hope you can see the black marks. Oh, a little smiley face, 2 eyes up here and a little smiley mouth. Anyway, I want to cut down initially to that upper black line to clear that front bar of the roll cage, and these 2 cutaways there and there, although I might go out to that black line along through there to just cut that whole chunk out, and that will straddle these 2 bars at the back, dropping that roll cage up through this glass. It's quite a nice fit in the car, locating on that back pin, but there's quite a lot of it still on the inside of the car that can be trimmed away, which was, you know, where I was looking at that front black line there, still with it well within the roof line, and as you can see, it goes well back past the 2 notches I was cutting out. But you have got all the windows all the way around, and when I did have it in, it seemed quite a good fit, so I thought, oh, well, I'll try to use the window glass more or less as is, because there's nothing wrong with it really. It's just I want to get this roll cage sorted properly. Oh yeah, that's the. I painted up the axle for the Falcon with the, you know, detailing that. I've just got to plumb the things in a little bit. Plonk that over there. I also and that's the firewall for this, which has got all moulded in thingamy, so I'll have a look at that, get rid of that and redo it. I noticed on the the gap and Roush that this firewall, or their firewall, was much more like the Thunderbird NASCAR car firewalls, you know, with an embossed sort of aluminium plate or steel plate. There again, I have the newly made springs on this end, but this is just so oversimplified. It is rather putting me off. I cut free the hubs, and if you can see the little white tab at the bottom, that's a stop. It will foul against the area here. And sorry about the focus. Let's move this all around for something. Well, actually, to move, but right, yeah. So that'll sit in there. Come back. Oh, come here, you bleep. Right, into that pin. Ah. Right, well and that'll foul and stop for, you know, massive rotation. But it still leaves you with quite a lot of slack on this. It's just not very good. Oh, it's falling out then. Get that back in line. I made some locating points for all so as the springs and that lock into place. Right, that's all basically in there, and the pivots will fit just in between. So like I said, you know, that's going out the way. Right, so you've got that, and like I said, the white stub will foul against there and stop it from going crazy around. I haven't built up any of the linkage. Like I said, I'm not going to spend a lot more time on this because this is so wrong to what's actually on the car. It's just frustrating. But that shows how you could improve that. On the back end there, I've made 2 more springs and located them. They've got a central damper that's silver, and then where the front points of the drag length bars go, I've removed the original points as I've made up some of my own to make this actually pivot. So I've got several brackets. Hang on. Let's move this around. I don't like that at all, do you? Hopefully, right. This is one of the pivots to go through that, what are they called? Bar. Through that eyelet, which I've drilled through. I've sanded off the original, down a bit, left a bit, right a bit, the original mounting point, and then drilled that through. And if I can just pop that pin through, bear with me. Right. That's now pivoting through there, and I'll slide the other piece on and glue that into the chassis. Everything's sort of cleaned up. I've got the carburetors there. I've filled in the back of them, or the undersides, because I want to drill in and put in some fittings, and it was just looking yucky. So I thought, should I drill them first or fill them first? So I'll fill them first. the roll cage. Get out. Oh, excuse me, still got some frogs in my throat. I've added some bracketry on the bottom of there with nuts and bolts on, and the harness points along there for seat belts along the back there, and then down the bottom there's more harness points. I'll get that to zoom in. I've got a bottom plate down there. If it'll go in from that side, into there. That's a bottom plate. And then just a oh bloody hell. Yeah, so I thought I'll go for traditional looking yellow and red fittings. But that's about it. I'll try and do another update. I'll say next week. The week seems to have gone really fast with things to do, etc., etc. And hope you all have a good week too. I'm gonna try and cast this. I got this in a kit, and I assumed that it had an area down there that had been filed smooth, and I assumed the previous owner of this kit had done it, so I've rebuilt the bottom of the bell housing. But I've recently seen one of these kits, and that area is sanded off. So on some kit they've sanded it off. These are Lenco gearbox. So I'm gonna try and cast that, as the other one I saw, I've cut the old gearbox off of the engine. I'm building the back of that back up to try and link the two. So when I had enthusiasm to change this over, but this front suspension is peeing me off. I don't know what to do. Probably glue this transmission back on. But I've got about 3 different lengths of prop shafts, and it's quite easy to make a prop up, and you each end and then adjust your lengths. Right, best wishes from jolly old England. Bye.